guys. Sorry, I just realized, when you get busy with life, you don't really pay attention to time. But time has really flown by, and I just realized that it has. Let me take these glasses off. It has been 10 months since I've done a video, so I apologize, Muriel. I meant to comment on your last post. I absolutely love your animation. You are phenomenal. Why you're not in Hollywood, I don't know. You got it, girl. There is a lot to catch up with. Number one, see the hair? It's a long story, but I was forced to. Um, this is my natural color now. This is what I am. I'm white, gray, you name it. A little bit of speckle going on, but this is probably been a 6 month process of getting rid of the blue and going my natural color. So it is what it is. But like I said, I was forced into this, so I didn't have a choice. Anyway, when I left off, I had to go back and rewatch my last video. That's how long it's been. But the pool, I think it was maybe 2-3 days after I made that video that they finally showed up. They got me back up into operation, and you'll have to excuse my appearance. I've been at a baby shower all day. But they got me up and running. The deck is completed. It was completed. The only thing I have left to do this year is to landscape around the pool. And once I get that done, I will take you all on a tour of my backyard, what I've done since I've been here, the whole process. It's been a process, let me tell you. But as of right now, everything's good back there in the backyard. We're getting ready to open up again for the season soon. And just a few odds and ends things that that my pool guy will have to do, but nothing major. We went through the whole season. We had no major issues. I was able to maintain, which is phenomenal for what I've had to go through to get that pool going. So we had a great season, closed out. I mean, we had a fun summer. Absolutely, we did. So, everything's good as far as the pool goes. I have notes. So we'll check that off the list. Secondly, my Mounjaro journey has, when I last posted, I had lost 35 pounds. I am now down 52 pounds, and it was a year in January. And there's been a few bumps in the road, but nothing that I haven't been able to tolerate since my last post. Yeah, there's been some issues, gastro issues, a little bit of my diabetes. What we had done is I was on 5 milligrams, and I had lost, within 10 pounds of my goal weight. So my doctor decided to put me back on 2.5 as a maintenance, and that did not work very well. My glucose shot back up. My numbers went off the chart as far as my diabetes. So we had to go back to the 5 point. And so, when you drop back down and nothing goes right, and so then you have to gradually increase back. And I think this is where a lot of people make the mistake, is they don't give each state, I call it stage, enough time to regulate your body. So where I think we are being successful now is I've been on 5 milligram for quite some time now. I believe that was 3 months I was back on the 2.5. That did not go well, so we went back to the 5 milligram, and I've been on it for a while, and I have, I think, 5 more doses of that, and then I'm going to finally graduate to the 7.5. And the reason for that, to go ahead and climb, is we need to see if my sugar is going to stabilize uh, permanently on a dose, which I know that for me, Mounjaro is going to be lifetime because I am diabetic. So when I dropped back down to the 2.5, my glucose was averaging 120, 130 again. So, which, even at that, that was great for me, but it's been higher than that before. So now that I'm back on the 5 milligrams, my numbers are back to phenomenal again, and it is amazing. Yeah, there have been some hurdles, mostly with the gastro, um, they call it the egg burp. I had that quite a bit going back on the 5 milligram, but I am, like I said, my numbers are great right now. My glucose this time was 92 fasting, which, like I said, we figured it up. I have been a diabetic for over 16 years. So for that number to pop up is just amazing for me. My A1C is now down to 5.5. I think last time I recorded it was 5.7. We're 5.55 now, which is my height. She's very pleased with that. What else is good? Oh, my cholesterol. Let me talk about the cholesterol. My cholesterol is within normal range, which again has not been in years. Long time. Very long time. So the way she's calculating now, and I love this doctor, and that's why I always go to an internist. I never see a primary care. I've always seen internists, and I think that they understand the body much better, in my opinion. But, excuse me, she has told me that if everything goes according to plan, I probably will get to come off of cholesterol medication by the end of this year. We had hoped for last year, but we had that glitch. So hopefully by the end of the year, I will be off of cholesterol medication as well. So the upsides for me are phenomenal as far as Mounjaro goes. I know there are a lot of people that have had issues that haven't been able to tolerate it, but I've been fortunate in that sense that it is working. Um, there are some days where I still have gastro issues, but I'm able to eat now. I still have foods that do not resonate very well, if you know what I mean. Um, like I said, still the tomato-based foods, pastas and stuff. Anything that has tomato in it, um, I have to stay away from. But high protein, I would suggest stay on a high protein diet. And like I said before, my best friend has been ice water. The days that you do get nausea, ice water has worked very well for me versus Gatorade. I can't stand Gatorade. But ice water, very, very cold ice water will help with the nausea. I truly believe that. And it has for me. So much has happened in 10 months. Oh my goodness. In August of last year, what was supposed to have been a routine, cataract surgery turned out to be a nightmare. And you probably you notice my eyes look different. I went in August and had the first cataract surgery. Everything went well. No issues. Immediately, I think I went back the next week to see my regular eye doctor, and he said something's not right. And I'm like, great, just what I need. And I could see really well out of that eye. But he, they did several tests, and he said, it looks like you've got not torn, but I have jelly separation in my retinas. both eyes. And I'm like, which I know, and I don't know if everybody knows this, but if you have cataract surgery, there's a high risk of having retina tear. So I was immediately sent to a retina specialist, and he looked at him and he said it was really nothing that they could do at that point, um, because they weren't torn, they were just separating. I don't know the difference. But anyway, so that started the process of every week from the middle of August, I was going to have this monitored, both eyes. In the middle of that, they okayed for me to go ahead and have the second cataract surgery, which was the eye I really needed done. So I had that done and went back for my follow up, and something wasn't, I told him, I said, something is just not right. I don't feel right. My eyes don't feel right. Something is not right. Well, the cataract surgery, for some reason, they don't know if it was actually that or in combination with the jelly being separated. The dry eye that I already had has become worse. So it was causing a lot of eye pain, both eyes, a lot of soreness, a lot, just a lot. So they continued to monitor every week, go back in, get dilated, which is after the cataract surgery, and I don't know if anybody else has witnessed this or not. I became my eyes stopped how do you say it, responding to dilation. So they were having to triple dose me to get my eyes to dilate. And so this has been going on since August. Well, in December of last year, I went in, I transferred from my original doctor. Now, I've seen 3 different eye doctors. I went from my eye doctor to cataract, then back to my doctor, and then now I'm at the retina. So every week I'm getting this monitored. And, they're telling me, do you have the symptoms? Do you have it? I said, I don't have any symptoms. My husband had detached retina. I know what the symptoms are. Had none. I go in for my weekly checkup, and they do the scans, and they take me in the room. I'm watching cars go by. There's fire trucks and everything been outside. I'm watching, they do the scans. I go into my little room, and he says, what symptoms do you have this morning? And I said, I don't have any symptoms. Well, you should have. And I said, well, I don't. I said, just the normal blurriness that I've been telling you that I've had since the cataract surgery on both sides. Both sides on the outside is blurry. That'll go away, he says. I said, I have no symptoms other than that. He said, well, you should have symptoms. I don't know why you don't. I said, well, why should I have symptoms? He said, because you have another spot in the right eye that is torn. And I'm like, well, I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. He said, well, it's torn and I got to fix it. And I said, okay, when you want to do that? He said, right now. And I said, right now? Yes, ma'am, right now. It's torn. I said, well, what about the 2 that you've been watching? They're fine. They're not doing anything. He said, this is a separate issue. It's got to be fixed today. And I'm like, well, great. This is just great. Add that to the list. So I don't know if anybody has had this done before, but it's not comfortable at all. They do numb you up. They do dilate your eye, but it is very, very uncomfortable when they shoot that laser through your eyeball. We get through that, and then they send you out of there. You can't see. Everything, both eyes are dilated. You're blurred. You've just had surgery on your eye, and they want you to go home. They don't tell you to bring anybody. So fortunately, I don't live very far from where I had this done. I go home. I'm recovering. I go back the next week, and they do the scans again, and it's like, you have another issue. And I'm like, well, great. Just, add it to the list. What is wrong now? your eyeball, both eyes, your eyeballs are not situated in the right place. And we don't know why this has happened, but they're putting pressure, especially on the right side, it's putting pressure on the vessels in your eye. And it has a name, but I don't remember what it is. So we're going to have to do surgery today. And I'm like, again? Yes, we're going to have to do surgery again. I said, do I need to call somebody? No, you'll be fine. You'll be fine. It's simple procedure. We're going to numb your eye up again. I'm like, great. Numb it up. Put the drops in there. I said, just whatever you need to do. Well, this was worse than the laser because they take a little instrument, and the only way I can describe it is it looks like a shoehorn. It's got a little lip thing in it, a dip, and they go in and they do this with your eye all the way around, top, bottom, do this. And it's very uncomfortable. And I had to tell him midway, you know, you need to take a break because this is not fun. And it feels like they're popping your eyeball out of your socket. That's exactly what it feels like. And I've never had that done before. I've never had issues with my eyes other than the normal stuff. So I've had that done twice. Actually, 3 times. I've had it done once here, or twice here, and once here. Don't know why it's happening. Who knows? It is, he said, none of this is diabetic related. It's just something that happens. So I've had a total of 5 surgeries on just my eyes since last August. And I'm pretty much over that. But I did get a reprieve, and I have had this month off, unless I become symptomatic. So far, so good. And then I go back in April for another eval and check the position of my eyeballs. I never knew that was a thing. Who knows? Who knew? But anyway, that's been an ongoing issue. All right, let's check that off the list. The back. Let me tell you, folks, my back is phenomenal. I am in the gym 5 days a week. I'm walking. I was released, a full release in January. I can do, other than lifting heavy, I have a permanent 15-pound weight limit from now on. That's just a given. I get that, and I'm fine with that. But I believe this has been the best decision I've ever made as far as my health goes, other than the Mounjaro. You know, at my age, it was not considered to be a successful surgery unless I was able to come back within a year. I was full recovered within 6 months, but I couldn't be released for a year, but I was fully recovered in 6 months. But that's because I believe I had a great surgeon and we had a great plan. I never went into rehab. I never went into physical therapy. I didn't do any of that. It was he and I working together on a baseline program of just walking every day as much as I could, and then graduating to the gym, walking every day longer and longer and longer. I am now up to almost 3 miles a day, which is phenomenal as far as I'm concerned. For a 64-year-old, that's great. Almost 3 miles a day. Some days a little less, just depends. It varies how active I was the day before or the weekend. But I couldn't be more pleased. I could not. That with losing the weight, staying active is key at this age. I believe that with all my heart. I believe that you have to be active. You cannot just sit around and be a frump. You have to keep moving, and I'm grateful. There are no signs of arthritis yet in that incision. I saw the x-ray. The x-ray shows completion, what they call completion of the cadaver. I am so sorry. We had punch at the party, non-alcoholic, but completion of the cadaver. It has fully engulfed the cushions that they inserted in there, and you cannot even tell where there wasn't anything. I mean, you know that it's obvious that it's new because it looks new, but you cannot tell that there was a gap in there ever. It is absolutely aligned. He was just so pleased with that. So the back, provided I don't fall down and break my neck now, I think I'm pretty good as far as that goes. One more thing I want to touch on. Clay's been gone 27 months now, and it's just hard to believe. But I still get. But anyway, I graduated myself to going out. I've met two young, I call them young ladies, they're my age. Two ladies that we go out, we listen to music, we have a great time, and we're having fun with that. Let me tell you what I did, and I probably shouldn't have, but I got bored, and I wouldn't say that I'm lonely. I get bored for adult conversation mostly, more than anything, just the talking. Anyway, I went on Facebook and I signed up for the free dating app. Big mistake. Big. Huge. I get a message one night, and a guy, he sends me just one line that says, "You're cute." And I'm thinking, well, that's nice, you know. At my age, I'll take that. I sent him one line back, and I said, "Thank you." He responds right away, and he says, "Let's meet." And I'm thinking, whoa, dude, you know, 2 lines and you want to meet? I don't think so. But I got to looking at his picture, you know, and on Facebook, all you get is a first name and a general area of where they are. They're in my general area, within so many miles, I think. So I'm looking at the picture and I'm thinking, I know this guy. I know him. Well, did I work with him? Because I worked in this town for over 25 years. I think I must have worked with him. That's where, you know, that's coming in familiar to me. And I just, all evening, I'm like, that's just bugging me that I cannot place this guy. So being the snoop that I am, I start researching, and I'm thinking of people that it could have been, and no, it wasn't him, and no, it wasn't that one. And then it dawned on me, I need to go look at this one. So I did. I looked. I typed in the name that I thought it was, and sure enough, none other than my cousin on my father's side. I haven't seen him in over 50 years. You want to know? I got off of the Facebook real quick. Well, the dating app, I got rid of it. I deleted everything. Everything on that dating app. The whole profile, everything. I'm like, that just freaked me out. Wouldn't it you know that would be my luck? Another one. I'll tell you this one, then I'll end it. I'm chatting with this older fella, and he was fairly close to where I am, and we chit-chatted for a few weeks back and forth on the book face, you know, and seemed like a nice guy. Well, up front, he told me, he said, "I'm raising my 2 grandchildren." I'm like, well, that's great. Kudos to you. I commend you. And, you know, they were teenagers, and he just, you know, every conversation he would bring them up in it, and I'm like, well, that's fine, you know, good for you. I'm glad you're able to do that. Well, one day he messaged me and he says, "Hey, can I come to your house?" And immediately I'm like, whoa, Dude. And I'm thinking now, this is pretty brazen. I don't bring people to my house. And I said, why do you want to come to my house? And he said, well, let me come to your house and we can cuddle up on the couch and we can discuss how we are going to finish raising my grandchildren. True story. I saved the text. I saved them before I blocked him. And I'm like, oh, Lord, no. Mm-mm. So, no dating apps for Kim. No. Mm-mm. No. Not doing it. I'll be single forever before I go back on a dating site. Mm-mm. I'm really not looking. I'm really not. Like I said, I get bored. So, all right. I've took up 25 minutes of your time. It is good to be back. I'm sorry I've been gone for so long. But, you know, life just gets in the way. And I'm on TikTok. My handle on TikTok is just Blue, BLUE. And I hang out over there and see what kind of trouble I can get into. I like to watch the drama. I'm all about the drama. So y'all have a great week, and I will try my best to keep you guys updated better than what I have been. Like I said, it's just been life, and you know, dealing with my eyes, dealing with, you know, just everyday stuff. And it's still Doodlebug's still hanging with me. She'll be she just turned 11. No, she just turned 10. She'll be 11 this year. 11 or 12, I can't remember. But anyway, she's still hanging with me, and we pal around together, and you know, just doing life together. We're like an old married couple. We have our routine and everything works. So, all right, y'all have a great week, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.